presiding officer, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. Would you like to learn the secrets of the Kennedys, the Rockefellers, the Romneys? Any interest? In this talk, I will share with you some of the secrets of America's wealthiest families. I'm speaking to you as the senior paralegal and co-trustee of Charles Arthur Enterprises, formerly of Santa Monica, California, and now Las Vegas Valley. We published 2 books, The Art of Passing the Buck, Volume 1, Green for Growth, Secrets of Wills and Trusts, and The Art of Passing the Buck, Volume 2. That's Blue Trust Blueprints. Both are high-quality paperbacks. We also have a website, www.passingbucks.com. From the books, The Art of Passing the Buck, Volume 1, and The Art of Passing the Buck, Volume 2. At this point, I'll give you an appropriate disclaimer about families. Please note, I'm a paralegal, I'm not a trustee. Nothing in this talk or any of my presentations is ever construed as financial, investment, political, sports, legal, or tax advice. However, everything in this talk and this particular presentation is construed as legal and financial education. Further information available on the website, www.passingbucks.com. I'll focus on 3 areas this evening: the books, the newsletter, and the other resources. Let's start off with the other resources. We have available, at no charge to you, a whole series of information, newsletter item, court cases, etc., all about estate planning in general, trust in particular, and the irrevocable common law trust in particular. The irrevocable common law trust is one of the secrets of North America's wealthiest families. You know their names: Kennedys, Rockefellers, Rothschilds. Romneys. Rothschilds are Europe's wealthiest families. There are other estate planning techniques used particularly by the Rockefellers. John D. Rockefeller Sr. had 280 Colettos in the Turks Caicos Island about 1917. He offshored his money over a century ago to get around that pesky thing, the federal income tax. Gone within 4 years. Let's do a comparison and contrast. Has anybody heard of Commodore Cornelius Vanderbilt? Commodore Vanderbilt University Commodores. The Vanderbilts are a wealthy family. They're no longer wealthy, this family. What's the secret? It is the irrevocable common law trust used by the Kennedys, the Rockefellers, the Romneys, because if you do it right, further information on the website, www.passingbucks.com, you will provide yourself with a cornucopia, a vehicle for perpetual wealth. Again, first section is all the complete information available. Then we have our books. The Art of Passing the Buck, Volume 1, The Art of Passing the Buck, Volume 2. The newsletter, we also have an other book section. We have a whole section of estate planning books through an Amazon affiliate program. We'd ask you to use us, that we vetted for high-end strategic trust planning. Our books and the available consulting talk about how to construct an irrevocable common law trust. This book is $49.95 plus Apple sales tax plus shipping. Local available is available, or pickup is available in the Las Vegas Valley now since we're here. This is a high-quality trade paperback. It talks about basic secrets of wills and trusts. This is for everybody. $49.95 plus tax plus shipping. Volume 2 is for which is same book except a green cover, same identical artwork. It says Trust Blueprints. It's priced as the legal reference book it is. It's for the serious student and the professional in the field. It's $575 plus tax plus shipping. We always run a special, $594 plus tax plus shipping. That's another aspect, is you get the whole kit and caboodle. That will give you most of what you require. The rest is available to help you build the DOS, is available through consulting through a sister trust called Essential Essence. Now let's talk about the newsletter. The newsletter is $80 a year. I contribute an occasional article. That will keep you up to date on the world of the irrevocable common law trust. It has things like newsletter items, court cases, etc. We have one article all about secrets of how to be a trustee. Is it very important? We have a number of articles about how your dysfunctional family can destroy your trust. Happens all the time. A trust that's not put together properly is liable to be destroyed in 2 or 3 years. As a matter of fact, everybody heard of Hearst family? Do you know William Wenner set it up that the trust, they only donated San Simeon. They kept all the land across that in Cambria. That's all in the Hearst trusts. And he said they could only give 3% away every year. Now, they're doing very well. However, every 5 or 10 years you hear of some disgruntled beneficiary taking that trust to court. And we've covered that in a newsletter. There's a difference between the Vanderbilts and the Kennedys, the Rockefellers, or the Romneys. The difference is the information we provide on the website. We have all the complimentary information I've talked about, all the other books we've talked about, the newsletter, $80 a year, a great value, every other month, and then the 2 books. The Art of Passing the Buck, Volume 1, Secrets of Wills and Trusts Revealed. Art of Passing the Buck, Volume 2, Trust Blueprints, priced as a legal reference guide it is. And we also always run a special, and quantity discounts for these books start at quantity 3. We have 2 book clubs now. There's a book club in Chicago and a book club in Detroit. The book club in Detroit is a group of elderly black ladies. I believe they meet every Thursday afternoon. We call them the Rainbows. They meet every week, and they actually have their books, they're rainbow colored. They've been marking them up for several years. You want to give your family the gift of perpetual wealth. It will take. If you start it now, this is a 25-year project. It takes 3 generations to make it work. John D. Rockefeller started this in 1917. And look where they are now. Joseph Kennedy started this about 1940. Look where the Kennedys are now. Romneys? You know Mitt Romney's father, George? Anybody know what he was before he was a presidential candidate? He was the governor of Michigan, and he was the president of a company called American Motors. He started in the 1960s. That's the secret of your local common law trust, is you never give away more than a certain amount of the trust corpus. There's one more secret I'm telling you about this. The federal government attempted to ban this book about 10 years ago. They didn't want you to learn this. This is the only book available to the layperson of this type. They took Erwin Schiff's books, Peter Schiff's father, and there's a book of his you can't get. It's called Commercial Speech. You can look it up again. It's covered on our website. They'd taken people to court on these books 99 times. 99 times the books had been banned. Your information had been taken away from you. We had a paralegal by the name of Bernie Brown. I did a little bit of work on that case. The 100th time they lost. They took out 6 pages. That's all. The bulk is available. You can learn the secrets of North America's wealthiest families by going to the website and looking at all the competent resources, including a 45-minute talk by me, expanded version of this talk. I do an interview of Gwen Wyckoff, an hour and 9 minutes. All the newsletters, all the old newsletters before 2015 are on the house. You can go to get our other books and talk. We have a whole number of books on high-end strategic trust planning. These books help you put together. Those help you manage your trust, including what to do about problem beneficiaries. The biggest problem we've had over the years is beneficiaries with drug issues. That is the number one issue. How do you deal with it? Talked about the Art of Passing Buck volume. And the newsletter I talked about, $80 a year, every other year. Art of Passing Buck volume 1, $49.95 plus tax plus shipping. Volume 2 is $5.75. Legal reference book it is. Always a special. You can learn the secrets of North America's wealthiest families. The secrets, they attempted to take it away. Carpe diem. I thank you for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. Urge you to go to the website, www.passingbucks.com. Return control of this meeting to your presiding officer.